A queen has passed, a king is made, and one of the greatest media events in history is unfolding. It brings to mind the responsibility of media organisations to report with accuracy, honesty, and sensitivity. But incredibly, already misinformation and fake news is in circulation. So this is a moment to pause and reflect on the impact and effect on people and communities that misreporting can have. Some have triggered massive public backlash against the publisher and required huge public apologies or financial compensation. The Sun newspaper's reporting of the Hillsborough Disaster is one such incident. In April 1989, a tragic crush of overcrowded Liverpool fans at the Hillsborough football stadium occurred. 96 people were horribly killed, and a community was left in deep grief. Over ensuing days, however, the Sun newspaper's reporting of the tragedy turned community grief into white-hot community anger, which continues to this very day. The Sun's front page had the headline, "The Truth," but included horrific and incorrect claims that some Liverpool fans had caused the disaster and also had urinated on police officers resuscitating the dying, and that some had even stolen from the dead. The report caused absolute revulsion in the Liverpool community, who for decades after have boycotted the Sun, with newsagents banning sales of the paper and others referring to it as the scum. As a result, sales of the Sun dropped from an estimated 55,000 copies per day to just 12,000 per day, costing the owners an estimated £15 million per month in lost revenues. The Sun eventually apologised for their inaccurate and misleading report, saying, "Our carelessness and thoughtlessness following that blackest of days made the grief of their families and friends even harder to bear." The Sun published their apology under the headline, "The Real Truth," acknowledging the falsities of the original story. The bigger the news organisation, the more important it is that their reports are truthful, accurate, and sensitive to the painful effects their reports may have on people and families. In July 2022, the BBC also had to make a public apology, this time to Prince Charles, now King Charles III, Prince William, Prince Harry, and the memory of Princess Diana. The apology came because of the now infamous 1995 interview with Princess Diana, which was found to be improperly obtained using fake documents and misleading information. Further, they also made a public apology to the former nanny of Prince William and Prince Harry, Peggy Pettifer, who the broadcaster had claimed had had an affair with Prince Charles, all baseless and untrue. The apology read, in part, "The BBC has agreed to pay substantial damages to Mrs. Pettifer, and I would like to take this opportunity to apologise publicly to her, to the Prince of Wales, and to the Dukes of Cambridge and Sussex for the way in which Princess Diana was deceived and the subsequent impact on all their lives." However, newspapers such as The Sun continue to report falsely, inaccurately, or misleadingly, and are then required to pay compensation damages after painful court cases and make public apologies such as this to supermodel Kate Moss regarding a fabricated story about a health scare at a wild party. And this apology by the Sun newspaper to English actor Mighty North, to whom the Sun newspaper caused great distress by falsely claiming a public cheating on his wife.
I just hope though that going forward this can be another little lesson to them to, just to stop this sort of trashy, gossip-led journalism.
And another to star football goalkeeper Jonathan Bond, who the Sun falsely claimed had a relationship with a fashion model he had never met. Public apologies by newspapers are fine, but it is much better if the misleading or inaccurate report was not published in the first place. With the passing of the Queen and the world media event which her funeral has created, It is hoped that media organisations will reflect upon and take steps towards ending the publishing of misinformation and falsehoods which cause distress and suffering, whether that is to community victims of a tragic disaster, or to celebrities and their families, or even to a humble nanny. In the words of Prince Harry, "Our mother lost her life because of this, and nothing has changed. By protecting her legacy, we protect everyone and uphold the dignity with which she lived her life."